The final episode of WWE Raw before SummerSlam 2018 will take place in Greensboro, North Carolina on Monday. One of the biggest storylines heading into the show surrounds Roman Reigns' upcoming Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar, while all eyes and ears will be on Renee Young as she makes her Raw commentary debut alongside Michael Cole and Corey Graves. As for this week's in-ring action, the B-Team will put their Raw Tag Team Championships on the line in a triple-threat tag match against The Revival and the Deleters of Worlds, and Alexa Bliss will prepare for her SummerSlam match against Ronda Rousey by facing Natalya. Elsewhere on the show, the build-up to Kevin Owens vs. Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin vs. Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley vs. Elias is set to continue, while Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins will have a contract signing ahead of Sunday's Intercontinental Championship encounter. Further down the card, the returning Ruby Riot will feature after vowing to tear the Boss and Hug connection apart last week, and Mojo Rawley is likely to seek revenge following his defeat against Bobby Roode. Following are the predictions for tonight's Monday Night Raw. 1. Braun Strowman defeats Jinder Mahal. Braun Strowman's current tally of 3 televised losses in a row is hardly Kurt Hawkins' levels of bad, but it's still significant when you consider that he hasn't been on a winless streak like this since way back in January 2016. Heading into SummerSlam, the monster among men has to get back to winning ways as he prepares to put his Money in the Bank contract on the line against Kevin Owens on the 19th of August. Jinder Mahal continues to be involved in the Strowman vs. Owens story as we get closer to the PPV. So let's predict that Mr. MITB will pick up a victory over the former WWE Champion to gain some much-needed momentum and send a monstrous message to Co. ahead of next Sunday's big match. 2. The first of many Raw commentary appearances. It has been announced by WWE that, in the absence of regular commentator Jonathan Coachman, backstage interviewer, presenter Renee Young will be part of the 3-hour announce team for this week's episode of Raw. Renee, who commentated on NXT during the brand's early days, has already been announced as a member of the announce team for the upcoming Mae Young Classic alongside Beth Phoenix and Michael Cole. But this will be the first time that she or any woman has called an entire Raw episode. The feedback from fans and colleagues has been overwhelmingly positive on social media, so let's predict that she'll be one of the best things about this week's episode. 3. The Revival can win the Raw Tag Team Championships. Just 6 days before SummerSlam, it has been announced that the B-Team will put their Raw Tag Team Championships on the line against The Revival and the Deleters of Worlds on this week's episode of Raw. The rivalry between the 3 teams has been slowly building over the last few weeks, with the expectation being that the eventual title match will take place at SummerSlam rather than on Raw. So, will this week's encounter descend into chaos and lead to a rematch on Sunday? Or will we really see a definitive winner on Monday? This is tough to predict, but based on Akira Tozawa's Cruiserweight Championship win on the Raw before SummerSlam last year, let's go for a title change. 4. Alexa Bliss defeats Natalya. Alexa Bliss will warm up for her Raw Women's Championship match against Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam by facing her upcoming opponent's training partner, Natalya, on Raw this week. Little Miss Bliss has been known to lose non-title matches in the past before retaining her title in the important matches that matter the most, but it would make more sense for her to defeat Natalya this week so she can appear like a more credible threat to the baddest woman on the planet on Sunday. 5. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins win a tag match. As of the time of writing, Brock Lesnar is not advertised to make an appearance on this week's Raw. So it looks like the onus will be on Roman Reigns and possibly Paul Heyman to maintain fans' interest in the upcoming Universal Championship match at SummerSlam. After the big dog was removed from the tag match with Seth Rollins against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre last week, it wouldn't be at all surprising if this week's Intercontinental Championship contract signing results in Reigns interfering to even up the numbers and help out his Shield buddy. That way Reigns and Rollins could pick up a 2-on-2 win on Raw to build some momentum ahead of their respective title matches on Sunday.